You ever been on a call where like the conversation just fizzles out and the prospect goes silent? And you can just feel the sales start to slip away? Well, that silence isn't just awkward. It's dangerous. Because dead air is where doubt is born. But today, I'm going to show you guys how to eliminate that completely. Hey guys, I'm Andrew the agent. I help struggling health and life insurance agents overcome sales objections with confidence so they can earn more money and help more families. Here's what most agents don't understand. When a call goes silent, the prospect's brain doesn't just go blank, it goes negative. They start to think,
do I trust this person? Can this person even help me?
Oh my God, why did they stop talking?
and in that tiny moment of silence, like that, objections are born. See, silence in the call doesn't just make it awkward, it signals uncertainty. And uncertainty kills confidence. And when confidence drops, the sale usually drops with it too. Especially in life and health insurance calls where people are already cautious and skeptical enough to begin with. See, dead air is dangerous. Dead air is damaging, disruptive, deceptive, despicable. Dead air is a disease and a disaster that's downright daunting.
Sorry, I get passionate about this stuff.
So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys why dead air is so dangerous, when it secretly happens, and 4 ways to eliminate it instantly from all of your calls. So let's talk about when it secretly happens. So one place dead air secretly happens is when the agent is going over different teasers and benefits for different plans that the prospect may qualify for. There is a lot of information to go over when you're contracted with many different carriers in many different states, and that is a breeding ground for dead air. A lot of clicking, a lot of opening windows, a lot of information. And that is a big place that is likely to have dead air. Another place where dead air is very prevalent in the call is when you're looking up doctors for the person and also looking up medications. There is a lot of ample downtime. It seems like all sound is lost in a black hole and people are looking up doctors and checking medications as well. So these are 3 spots, common themes, where dead air is going to be a big factor in your call. So that brings me to my tip number 1, which is be prepared. We are in a confusing industry where authority is everything. And you can't be authoritative and confident if you go into the call unprepared. Now, what do I mean by be prepared? Well, I mean, have a general idea of the benefits that are available across the carriers, a general idea before you go calling into those states. If you have no idea about what's available, chances are you will not know what to say, which will hence increase the amount of dead air in your call. So you have to be prepared and know a general idea of product and plans available in the states that you're calling in. Tip number 2 is KISS, K-I-S-S, or keep it super simple. When it comes to the benefits, the teasers, the dollar amounts, just keep it simple. The more simple you can make it, the more repeatable it will be. And we want something so simple that we can replicate it easily on every call. Now, how do we keep it simple? We keep it simple by being general and specific, not exact. Now, what do I mean by that? When it comes to the benefits, don't rack your brain trying to figure out every exact number or dollar amount for each 7 carriers that you're with for each benefit. You're gonna go crazy. Instead, make it general and give them a range or dollar amount that they could possibly qualify for. So for example, I see here, Jim, that in your area, you can possibly qualify for between $1,000 to $3,000 for dental every year. You see how easy that was just to give them a general range? Keep it simple. Make it that way on every call and tailor it to be a little bit more specific depending on different states, but keep a general idea that you can say every time, and you will eliminate any possible dead air that can happen in that call. Tip number 3, tell the prospect what you're doing while you're doing it. So when you're looking up a marks check for Medicare, if you're looking up medications or doctors, don't be afraid to tell the client what you're doing while you're doing it. It involves them in the process. That's what you want, them to be involved in this process. This is a relationship between two people, but it also fills up dead airspace when you tell them what you're doing. So for example, Claudia, just so you know what I'm doing, I'm pulling up a system that's called a formulary. And what I'll be doing is putting in the medications you're taking now so I can make sure that all the drugs are covered on any plan that we look at. And I can also tell you exactly what tier those drugs fall on. So this way we can kind of figure out if there would be a copayment or not. Does that make sense? Boom, you just walk them through the process and now they feel included and you've dumbed it down so they know exactly what you're doing. So tip number 3, tell the prospect what you're doing while you're doing it. And tip number 4, ask relevant questions. Keyword being relevant. If you are in a part of the presentation where dead air rears its ugly head, like looking up doctors or medications, you don't want to ask them about their kids in the middle of that to kind of take up the dead air, only because A, it could come off disingenuous because it has nothing to do with anything in that moment, and B, once they go into something important like their kids, you're probably going to have to cut them off to go right back to this. And you're not going to give them that time they want to talk about their kids. So make it relevant. So instead of doing that, ask them about their medication. So for example, Claudia, I see you're taking lisinopril. I know typically that's for high blood pressure, but some folks can take it for other conditions. First off, what were you diagnosed with that made them prescribe you lisinopril? Boom, you've just taken up some dead airspace with relevant information. And just like that, it's that simple. So keep relevant questions in your tool belt because people love talking about themselves and the person in control is the one asking the what? The questions. So remember, dead air isn't just silence, it's a signal. And every second of it is telling your prospect something about you, whether you realize it or not. If you eliminate dead air like that, you instantly sound more confident, more trustworthy, and more professional without even changing your script at all. If you got value from this video, subscribe to the channel because I drop videos on sales psychology every week so you can eliminate objections, close more deals, and be the pro that you know you are.